And welcome back to Kenshi. Happy Monday to you. Just as a heads up, I'm not entirely sure how long this episode's going to be. I am planning to, I'm trying to finish up Stranger Things. And so I may make this a bit of a shorter one. May just be a bit of a shopping trip episode. So I hope that's alright. But where we left off, Bad Teeth was a bit of a bust for Takeya. Didn't work well. He got chased by bandits, retreated to this holy farm. They stole all his food, but killed a bull. So he butchered the bull, sold some skins, and got some meat from it. And now we are off to Blister Hill in the distance, somewhere we haven't been since the very early days of our journey. What is that? Oh, dude, if he's spotting some river raptors out there, he's definitely going to pick up his pace. Because those guys in a recovery coma means they'll be waking up soon. And if they wake up, then we're going to have a much harder time harvesting their animal skins. And if we're going to Blister Hill for the purposes of trade, it might be good to have a couple of trade commodities. Who are these fine folks? Mercenaries. Cool. Part of me was like, if this is goddamn starving bandits, I swear Takeya might fly off the handle. But we're going to get over here. We might be able to render a little medical assistance, because a head wound that's slowly getting worse, we don't want that. Not for him, anyway. Oh, this is beautiful, though, because this right here is money, my friends, and that is something Takeya just can't get enough of. Alright, let's go help out Akiba here. Probably gonna burn through our medical supplies like we did last episode, but I think it would be nice to help these folks. Wait right there, Akiba, while we work on your head wound. Do you all have head wounds? What the hell happened to you? But that's alright, I'm gonna get you all taken care of. You guys have no idea how lucky you are. One of the few decent folks in the world stumbled across you. Nope, don't leave. Don't leave there, Shibamura. No, I'm not looking for bodyguards. I couldn't afford to pay you anyway. I mean, I could, but... Alright, beautiful. What the hell did you all... Did those raptors just punch you all in the face? God damn it. You all are, like, immune to medical assistance, and I've never seen anything like it. There you go. Alright. Go about your way, mercenaries. Sorry to have bothered. Alright, there's the city, I'm pretty sure. So we'll just have Takeya march that way. But they're healing up. We've done a good deed for the day. And we'll reward ourselves by making a few cats on animal skins when we get into the city. They did us a kindness by not looting them, so I'm happy to do them a kindness by putting some bandages on their heads and getting those wounds cleared up. Definitely trying our hand out at that. Frickin' stupid bandits. I have never seen these guys in this territory before, and that genuinely annoys me. And apologies I have to go radio silent for a second, but I will keep playing. Sorry about that. I was getting an important phone call, and I didn't want to have to stop the gameplay. Alright. Maybe we can... This could be a fight we can survive with the help of these Holy Nation fellers. Glad the gate guards rushed out to render us some... Wow, Takeya, you cannot get a hit in to save your life today, buddy. Oh my gosh, why are you fighting so terrible, man? I swear he's put up better fights when he was outnumbered. There we go. Did we finally get a hit on this guy? There we go. There we go. Let's go. Where are we going? Alright. Let's heal ourselves up here. Actually, let's take whatever decent gear we can grab, and then we'll go and head into the city. I swear, man. Frickin' starving bandits. They have fouled even the sanctity of this wonderful region, it seems. Disgusts me. I guess these guys are all being disarmed. Yeah, so they're probably just being, Alright, he's still sprinting. Something still got him a little antsy. Maybe he just wants to get to the city real quick. Alright, he's feeling better now. But we're still going to walk him on over to... Oh, looks like there's some more... Looks like somebody got up. Well, good. Get over there and handle business, Holy Nation. Get on over there and handle business. And just as a heads up, I don't know exactly when, but it will be completely seamless for you. But I will have to make a pause and a cut in the video. I hope it won't be too obvious. I just have to get out of here and handle some stuff. Like I said, I got a lot going on today, but I'm very desperate to play Kenshi today. I've been thinking about Takeya, and I needed to get on here, but unfortunately I still do have life and responsibility in the way as well. So this may be a shorter episode this week, and I do apologize for that, but I will do my best to make sure that... Well, I can't even say interesting. If you're this far into the series, you clearly find the slow play aspect of what we're doing interesting, but I will do my best to make it as lengthy of an episode as I can. And on cue, I hear some stuff I gotta do popping up. Alright, let's sell what we have here. Man, Takeya, you are just rolling in dough right now, buddy. But the weapons here, not much better. Not much better at all. And that is a real bummer. That actually really, really sucks. Where can we go for some decent weapons? I don't even know. But I'm going to make a pause right here, and we're going to have a quick cut. You won't even notice it, I swear it. And I'm back. Sorry for, well, literally 0 time has passed for you, but it's been about 15 minutes for me. I had to go take care of some stuff in my house. Alright, so Blister Hill is a bust. No doubt about it. Where the hell can we go to find decent quality weapons? That's what I want to know. I don't know. We're going to hang out in here for a little while longer in Blister Hill. Because every second we heal up a little more, which is definitely something Takeya needs. Oh, look at this lovely holy citizen. It's actually kind of interesting. In their cities, I haven't seen too many citizens, just mostly drifters and soldiers. So it's actually nice to see a normal just resident living in the city. But yeah, we're going to check this armor shop, but every second we're here, Takeya is going to heal up a little more. We may even spend the cats to rest. Definitely thinking about buying a food cube while we're here, because I have no idea. What the hell? Why is he running? What's got you spooked, Takeya? What's got you spooked, buddy? Okay. He slowed it down a little bit. Chain shirt, leather vest, leather turtleneck. How much does this thing weigh? 6? Ugh. Would be lightweight. And would definitely... 8,000 cats. I don't know about that, buddy. Okay, let's check these boots out, though. 16% blunt resistance. What are these? 11%. Okay. 26% cut resistance, whereas these are 17. Cut resistance efficiency at 60, these at 60. You know what? This would be worth a little boot upgrade. And they're high grade, so we'll put them on. And they're black, and they won't blend in too much with man, I really would like a normal helmet, but oh well. They won't blend in too bad with the poor clipping these pants have. Or they blend in a little more with the poor clipping these pants have. Pardon me, ma'am. That will make me feel a little better. But yeah, Takeya's gotta find a place where he can get a better weapon. Would this possibly be worth a trip to the United Cities? I mean, he hasn't been in United Cities territory since really the fall of Bast. He is a United States citizen, which means he knows the pitfalls and dangers of their society. At least in a general scale. Up until he fled Bast to go west and then south, he had never really left Bast. So I doubt he... he probably has cursory knowledge of the areas that were around Bast, so he knows of the Great Desert. We've got the map there, so we know of the townships, and he knew a little bit about the areas here and whatnot. But man, going back north, we risk cannibals, more bandit types, and, we had to go through this area. I think this was like Skim Sands or something like that, or that's this area, but there are skimmers in that area. He would have to know that. So it's definitely, it's a risk, but maybe we could find some decent weapons there. Some decent, a decent sword would really make me a lot happier. And we just can't seem to find any weapons that we would like. Come on. Get your tuchus in there. Alright, beautiful. I mean, these helmets aren't even too heavy. But I kind of like keeping us at weightless for now, like being right on weight. I think that's a good thing. It'll definitely help us should we get in any danger and we need to make a break for it. Especially when we can run how quickly right now? 23 miles an hour. My gosh, Takeya, you friggin' lunatic. Yeah. Alright, let's head into the boot shop and see what they got for us here. Show me your wares, sir. Oh, a map. Map of the border. I don't need another way station. I mean, haven't 500 cats. Ugh, not willing to buy a map of the border zone. I don't even know if we're going to be going back that way anytime soon. So, but if we do go back that way, having an extra way station or an area that we know of would be really great. That would actually be really, really great. Not much reason to stick around here other than to heal. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to have to figure out very quickly where we want to go. Is there a general shop in this town? Bakery. Armor shop. Outhouse. Weapon shop. Bar. What is this? Mechanical shop. Another bar. What's over on this part of town? Let's make our way this way. Okay, I was hoping there was a way I could just get through there. Why are you sprinting? Okay. It'd be nice to see like more like outdoor stores. Like they have these market stalls. It'd be cool to see people kind of hawking wares here. I wonder if stuff in the gameplay like global population. Yeah. I think I've got the global population on double size. Yeah, I think it's just fine the way it is. It's probably why we're running into such large groups of bandits. It's because I have that set that high, but you know, oh well. That's how I've always played. Thought it would be fun having more residences. Just a bar. Well, then I say we just head into here, rest up for the rest of the day. Sounds like there's some commotion going on outside the city right there. Man, we really gotta think, where is Takeya going? You know, ideally I just wanted to get a decent weapon and go back out to the border zone. And just continue our life out there and see what was going on. But I'm not sure I even want to go back to the border zone. Life out there is tough. Hell, life here is tough. You know, our nice chest wound can attest to that. But let's get our sleep on. 100 cats for a bed rental. Jeez. These people. But we'll take it. He needs the rest, and it definitely sounds like something's going on out there. If you see those numbers popping up on screen, unless you're just kind of listening to this in the background, just know outside the city, the southern gate of Blister Hill here, there's some sort of battle going on. Or at least there was. And what is about 4 p.m. here, and Takeya is resting. That is beautiful. Love that. His chest is healing up quite nicely. And I think from the bar downstairs, we're definitely going to buy ourselves a food cube. He definitely will need one of those for whatever it is we're planning to do. And honestly, I don't even know what that might be. Maybe it is worth trying our hand in United Cities territory again to find a better weapon, because our survival really does depend on it. But oh man, putting Takeya at risk going back into United Cities territory. I mean, we risk, slavery or worse, death. I'd hate for this series to end after so few episodes. A slave Takeya I can deal with. We can figure that out. But a dead Takeya I cannot deal with. That would make me very, very sad, as I've grown very attached to this character. Oh boy, I needed that sparkling water right there. That stuff keeps me alive. Alright, so we are healed up. Maybe he's just gonna sleep all night, or sleep until maybe early morning. Like early morning. And we just head out maybe even before the sun comes up. We'll buy a food cube. How much food do we have on us? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of dried meat. And a food cube will do us some good. He'll probably eat one of these pieces of dried meat right now. I say we buy 2 more first aid kits, possibly, if they sell that at the bar. If not, maybe we'll try to find someone on the road, maybe a trader or a merchant of some kind. But I really think, we may be walking through Bast today. And that is certainly going to be interesting. But I don't know. I just really don't know. And I'm tempted to call it here to give myself some time to think until filming the next episode, which I'll probably film later today or tonight. But that would certainly give me some time to think. And look at us. With our chest fully healed, we can carry up to 31 kilograms, which is really nice. And Takeya, I believe, is going to be eating a piece of that dried meat. There it goes. Love that for him. Let's put you right there, and you like that. And we've got our Holy Flame book, too, which I quite like the idea that maybe he's found a little peace and comfort in Akron's teachings. I like to think maybe he reads that on the slower times, on the, hanging out in the bars or what have you. But he's got some food in him, which is good. We definitely see some armies going out, patrols perhaps. But yeah, we gotta figure this out. And I don't have a good idea of what we should do or where we should go. If we're gonna go back into United Cities territory, this is closer. But this down here is new. But that is a lengthier journey than possibly even I'm prepared to commit to, with a weapon that I don't think is all that great. So, Takeya, we're going to get you moving, buddy. It's creeping up on 3 a.m. We're going to purchase a food cube, stuff that in the backpack, and just walk on, see what we encounter. Man, this place is packed. Looks like a nomad clan stopped through here. Hello, sweet nomads. And we're going to buy some stuff here from Sunakawa, the bartender. Ideally... No? Okay, there is a food cube. Good. Tempted to buy 2 of them. But no, let's not. Let's not. We'll buy another piece of dry meat, though. Just, you know, better to have it and not need it, I say. So we'll keep all that together. Beautiful. Love that. And let's check one more bar in town. I think there's one a little down the ways, a little down the street to the left here, or right there, actually. This larger bar might have a couple of med kits we can buy. I'll take a couple of first aid kits, just because I'm not sure what we're going to be getting into. And I'm going to be quite honest with you, I'm a bit nervous about what may be going on. I'm not sure where fate is going to be leading old Takeya right now, and I don't want to do something foolish that will get him killed. Like I said, if he gets enslaved, you know, we can work with that, right? That is something we can fix. That is a problem we can tackle. At least he's alive in that regard. It says a lot about the world of Kenshi, where enslavement really not the worst thing that can happen to you. It sucks, and it's definitely bad, but I like our odds of, you know, getting out of a United City stone camp than I trust our ability of getting out of something like Rebirth if we get sent there, you know. Definitely don't want to be stuck in there. Let's see. Please, have some medkits on you, buddy. Nothing. Yeah. Well, a boy can dream. Ooh, and now it is time to really figure some things out here. Heading back to the border zone is an option. But I'm just not sure what kind of future there is in the border zone for us. Other than a future of fighting bandits. You know, I just don't see that as being very fruitful. And where are we currently? Blister Hill. We'd have to go all the way back up this way that we spent all that time getting around from. And then walk around. We'd have to go through Bast, which is really not the safest of places. And we do know as well, at least as far down as here, I can't speak for this holy farm, because I don't think we discovered that when we were out there. That came with a map. We do know at the very least cannibals are down this way, because they caught us just south of this farm. So that is something to take into consideration, that this area, the further north we go, higher chances of running into cannibals. They were just scrawny cannibals, and I like our odds of maybe beating one scrawny cannibal in a fight. Maybe even one of the regular, but with this mod I have installed, cannibals are a little tougher. Some of them have armor now. And that sounds like a rough fight. And then we're going to be going through Bast. And Bast is dangerous at the best of times, you know? And I'm not too keen on the kind of dangers we'll face there. Rebel farmers, cannibals, United Cities, and a holy nation fighting there. But there's a chance we could get to Stoat here. And Stoat might have a nice store for us to buy weapons. And if not, we'd have to go even further into Shobatai. But the Great Desert is very, very dangerous. The Great Desert in I think this may be Skim Sands. I think Skim Sands kind of is all of this region right here. And I could be wrong, but Skim Sands are not easy. Named for the skimmers that hang out there, that live there. Oh, man. I am really struggling with what to do here. Maybe we get a lay of the land. We've got plenty of food. Maybe we try to hit this holy farm here, stop there, and maybe rest. And that's where we end this episode. If we can reach one of these holy farms and get some, orient ourselves and see how we're feeling as we go further north. But if we feel like it's maybe getting a little too dangerous, we can turn around and trek back. It wouldn't be easy, but we can do it. And we spotted a city as we were coming west from Bast. We spotted a city in the mountains. Probably somewhere around here or here. I can't remember exactly where. Takeya may have vague knowledge of it. I know what it is, and you probably know what it is, but I would get really turned around in those mountain paths, I think, and I have a hard enough time navigating this map as it is. I just don't know. Well, here's what I do know. We're going to exit the city, and we're just going to start moving north, I guess. That is going to be the plan, Stanley. Assuming we don't get robbed on the road by anybody, by any starving bandits, chances are we have more than enough food to get us to one of those holy farms. We have way more than enough food for that. And I'd hazard a guess and say we have way more than enough food to even get us all the way to Bast. And if we get to one of those holy farms, we can purchase some medical supplies from them. Usually they have first aid kits for sale. And there just so happens to be a holy farm just this way, so maybe we just go straight east, and that's just what we do. We maybe go rest up at that holy farm, or maybe not even rest up, depending on what time we get there. We just go there and, buy some medical supplies and keep moving on. Well, of course we're going to go grab that. That will be something we can trade to the holy farmers. And these must be those bandits that were chasing us earlier. Oh, geez. How did I not see these? Heck yeah. Animal skins, always a welcome sight. What a nice breeze. I lost track of time. Fuck off. Oh, looks like this drifter is... Buddy. Oh my gosh. Do not, drifter person, Oguchi, do not go picking fights with the Holy Nation, please. They will send your ass to rebirth so quickly. What is this? Alright. We got room for 1, 2, 3, 4 more of these skins, and we are going to take as many of them as we can get. But now we are pretty full up. There is possibly... Oh, there is space in the bag for one. That is absolutely beautiful. We are as full up on this stuff as we can get. Now Takeya is going to want to flee the fighting real quick, and that will give us a nice boost on our travel here, because we definitely took a little more time than I was expecting to loot those river raptors and get the animal skins off them. But more than worth it, in my opinion. Let's go up this hill, and he'll slow down when he's calmed down a bit. All right, there we go. So it's going to be across the water here and kind of straight. Looks like we're going to have to go across maybe two bodies of water. Maybe that farm is somewhere this way. I don't see any buildings loading in yet, but that's looking like what's going on. We need to be careful. We know these hills have bandits in them. We've definitely seen bandits this close to Blister Hill, up there, and walking around this way. So we'll have to be very careful of our surroundings, keeping 360-degree awareness. That would be the very, very wise move to do. All right. It is kind of nice to be in this region again. Just the color palette of it and the views, it's such a stark contrast to where I've spent the majority of my time playing this game. A lot of my time, early game, was spent in the border zone when I was first learning how to play, and then when I had my first character that really felt like they were not only surviving but thriving, it was mainly the northern coasts of Kenshi, but that was an Empire citizen start in Shobutai, so he was in that area. So it's just a lot of deserts and rocky areas. It's just kind of nice to see some rolling hills and some greenery. And obviously being in very wholesome Akronite territory helps. Alright. Yeah, we're going to try to get it. It's probably closer to this rocky area. I'm thinking this farm. Certainly looks like it. Maybe on the other... I'm thinking this right here is this. So it's probably on the other side of this kind of mountain. This singular mountain. So is that even worth trying to go to? Or maybe not on the other side of it, but over, like maybe over this way. You know what? We'll go there. We'll check it out. I mean, he literally has nowhere else to be, right? I mean, this is Takeya the Drifter, not, you know, Takeya the guy running late for his doctor's appointment. So he's definitely just going to keep drifting along, and it's better to have some cursory knowledge of where things are in case we need to get somewhere in a pinch. So I don't mind actually laying eyes on this place to start. I think that would make any future journeys in this area much easier if we're familiar with the territory a little more. So we're gonna set a waypoint way out there, and he'll get there in his own way. Move, you idiot! The street isn't your personal playground. Some of us have things to do. I don't know what you're talking about, but maybe he's just, I don't know, maybe these two Holy Nation guys are having a disagreement. Or this guy actually, is that a paladin or a sentinel? Yeah, they're probably sentinels. Yeah, just a couple of military grunts arguing. That's a-okay. I wonder, is our hunger going up or down at this point? I'll have to keep an eye on that. We're at 255 right now. Alright, yeah, it's going down. So he's definitely going to be eaten soon. Which is fine. It's what we've got the food for. What is our encumbrance, actually? Lightweight, 39 kilograms when we can carry 31 most comfortably. So that's not so bad. That's not so bad at all. Love that. It's still increasing. Yeah, I mean, obviously it is. Anytime you're moving, your athletics is increasing. Okay. And I know soon we're going to be right there crossing that bridge, and that means we'll have to get across this body of water as well to continue onto this holy farm, which looks like it's on an elevation. I'm thinking it's got to be somewhere over here, or maybe in this area. Oh, hello. Oh, this guy's gonna be fighting some river raptors. Is that an Inquisitor? Holy smokes! Just got one of the big boys out here. Should we help him out? Last time that didn't go so well for us. Yeah, I think just Takeya, you just continue on your way. These Holy Nation soldiers do not need our help killing river raptors, especially an Inquisitor and some paladins. Those guys are far stronger than us, and for some reason the Holy Nation's sending them out to take care of pests. Very interesting. So if you're feeling a little uncomfortable by the fighting, you just keep moving, buddy. First I thought that was a building. I was like, whoa, what is that structure? Alright. Looks like he's calmed down from the fighting. We can definitely still hear some commotion going on in the distance. Holy Nation Paladins and River Raptors going at it. A feud as old as time. But I imagine for all the people in this region of the world, this beautiful valley here, I imagine river raptors are really the bane of their existence. Holy smokes, my gosh. How many river raptors are there? These guys are crazy. They travel in such large packs. Part of me wants to follow them because they'll know where the crops are. I feel like those guys always know where the crops are, man. But that's a-okay. We're just... yeah, son of a gun. This one is patrolling. That's got to be our holy farm right there. Boom! I imagine these guys have a similar destination in mind. We'll set a waypoint right there. See how Takeya goes about getting there. Good thing about this farm coming up, we'll be able to lighten our load quite a bit and sell off all these animal skins and hopefully, just hopefully, get ourselves a couple more first aid kits. I think that is going to be very imperative to our success moving forward. It also looks like maybe the expedition we were planning has already been planned for us. At the very least, we're going to head north, and I'm not terribly excited about that, but man, we so desperately need another weapon. Wouldn't that be crazy if there was just like a high-quality weapon for sale at this farm? That would be something. It's like his just family heirloom sword. But it's nice to have found this farm, this location. Alright, so he ate part of the food cube. Cool, 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 cool. I mean, all things considered, I can see why you'd probably eat that first. It's going to fill you up real quick. So... he is definitely going to be good on food for quite a while. Which just means our current stores will last. I mean, it's just dried meat. I'm tempted to pick up another piece of dried meat when we get to this farm. Just because I'm worried that we, I don't know, might find ourselves lost. And every bit of food helps, but 100% of the time we have an abundance of food, we end up getting attacked and fucking robbed. And last episode I said it and it was like right on fucking cue. Let's keep moving, Takeya. You have a long ways to go still, sir. What is this area? I wonder, instead of going up this way, what if we can cut this way and just go through maybe this valley to get to the Great Desert? I'm assuming this is a valley. I don't really know what's in there. I don't know if I've ever really traveled through that territory before, but that's definitely something to consider. That's actually interesting. It would be out of the realm of what we know in this area, but we might find a faster route. Faster doesn't always mean safer, but it would be a faster route. That is definitely worth considering. Maybe tomorrow or not tomorrow, but next week's episode, we kind of scout up here. Check these hills out and see what's good. If we have this farm as a fallback point, it's a place where we can come and rest, and a place where we can purchase food and other needed supplies. Oh, I just love the greenery on this hill. So beautiful out here. I almost don't want to leave this place, but Takeya does need a better weapon if he's gonna survive and thrive out here in the world, and not just survive off scavenging river raptor skins and corpses. I mean, it has been lucrative thus far, and being in this region has brought Takeya more wealth than pretty much anything else. Who are these people? Holy Nation. Is that just a patrol? Is there some fighting going on? Is that a trader? His name is Peas. I mean, it looks like a trader's backpack. But oh well, not my business. I couldn't talk to him, so I'm not going to worry too much about him. They're not going to attack us or anything, so... Yeah, Takeya's looking good. That hunger's going up to 260. It's at 261. And that's just going to keep on rising. These domesticated bulls. This place is full to the brim, man, with animals. And I love that for them. Residential, small, open to the public. Material storage. Interesting. Haven't seen one of those on these holy farms before. But that's cool. Looks like this isn't one we could come live at. Not like the others, but that's fine. Fine by me. Don't want to live here, just want to trade. Because material storage is a private place, so we can't go in there, but this one's public, so where are y'all at? There's your stairs. And there's your well. Maybe we work the well today in exchange for somewhere to sleep. But, you know, 'cause it's 2 p.m., so we could get some work done for these fine folks. Akron curses the unfaithful, and Narcos minions and whores. You've got 3,000 cats. It's not going to be enough to buy everything I have here, but... Oh, actually. Son of a gun. It was. Oh, and you have no medical supplies, dude. And no food I could buy. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. But I appreciate you buying the skins. Heard tales of a legendary swordsman. It looks like you guys had a fight here recently. Well. And I think Takeya is just going to bid these people farewell. But I think this is where we're going to call it for now. Next episode, we're just going to head up into these hills. And, I mean, looking at this place, I'm thinking this looks like it might be a valley that could lead us directly into the Great Desert. And from there, we could try to hit Stoat, or even Hang. Hang might have something. That's the capital of the Traders Guild. And, you know, since Takeya was from Bast, which was United Cities territory, he would have knowledge of the Traders Guild based out of Hang, and we know where they're at on the map. I just don't know if I'll be able to navigate endless sand very well. But, you know, we will certainly try. I mean, he's healed up. He's got food in his belly. And maybe this would definitely cut significant time off our journey, which makes me think that the area is probably very dangerous. But Takeya he's not weighed down by too much. So that makes me think we have a good chance of outrunning anything that may wish to do us harm. I mean, we've upgraded our boots. We've got a little more strength in the legs. The jacket is certainly an upgrade. And we may find some armor, or some things we can use to kind of upgrade the fit. That would also be really, really great for us. So, yeah, that's where we're leaving it off, and that's where we're going to pick up very, very soon, next Monday. But don't worry, if you're itching for more content from this channel, you don't have to wait till next Monday. Wednesday, we're going to have a new episode of the Night City Nomad coming out, and that is, of course, our Cyberpunk 2077 series, where we are playing a Nomad V. And this series is Takeya the Drifter. So apparently I'm in a bit of a transient phase these days, liking people that don't have a home, that are just keep wandering around the world. And if you are enjoying this series, as well as our Night City Nomad series, please consider liking and please consider subscribing to the channel. It may not seem like much, but I promise you it makes a huge difference. And hopefully next week's episode will be a little longer than this one. I do very much enjoy doing very, very, very long episodes. Usually, in the hour and a half to hour 45-minute range. So this one being less than an hour, it's definitely not normal for us, but it's not the only one in the series that way. But more than anything, if liking, subscribing, if none of that's your jam, that's a-okay. I am just so glad that you took time out of your day to be here with me, and I'll see you on the next one.